August is here, and so are the new releases. They are around the corner. I have a slew of new releases here that I want to talk to you about today, because coming up we've got even more. Yes, I have already done the demo, so I am wearing two different eye looks. Don't be frightened. I definitely am. And we are going to look today at new releases from, we got high-end beauty and also some drugstore and some independent. We're looking at something new from Too Faced, a new lip product from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We got some eye products from Nars, you'll see in the demo, that we are sharing with some eye product from independent beauty guru What's Up Beauty. We're going to look at that today. And then we actually have some drugstore with a product from Versed. Versed is a really great, kind of like high-end for drugstore, but still drugstore and affordable product that fell into my hands, and I thought we would put it in this video because it is new for the brand Versed. Very excited to get with that. First, I want to talk to you about this beautiful jewelry that I'm wearing here. I'm not sponsored, but it's provided for me from a beautiful jewelry company called MSBLUE. I've got a discount code and everything. I'm going to tell you all about these really pretty pieces, and then we're going to get right into our demo of all these new products and new beauty. Thanks for joining me. Let's talk about some jewelry and then try on some new makeup. Before we get to the business at hand, I want to talk to you about the jewelry that I'm wearing today and in this video from MSBLUE. I just want to show it to you. I'm wearing this necklace on the longest. This I can make this a little shorter, but I kind of thought it was cute, like as a pendant like this. So let me tell you about MSBLUE. Any type of jewelry you want. I'm wearing everyday jewelry, and right now actually the pieces I'm wearing are actually happen to be on sale, so if you like them. And I have a link down below in the description bar, plus here on screen you can see my code NFPB15, not fit for print beauty. NFPB15 is going to give you 15% off everything on the MSBLUE site. So I want to tell you a little bit about it. First of all, it comes packaged so adorably in this little reusable jewelry case. This is a box here, so you almost get like a little jewelry box with it that has almost a little magnetic closure. Everything is done so beautifully, and it comes with little cases, bags. That's how my jewelry came. I am currently wearing, and I'm wearing this kind of longer, like a pendant. I really like this. This is moissanite, 1 carat solitaire pendant. I think it's like 164 now, plus NFPB15 gets you 15% off, but it used to be 264, so that's on sale. And then I am wearing, can I just show you, my dual loop contrast hoop earrings. These are also currently on sale for $209. They're down about like $50, so it's really good. And of course you have my 15% discount. But this is just the everyday jewelry I'm wearing. Like I said, moissanite. But you can get fine jewelry and gemstones, engagement rings. I'm not getting engaged anytime soon, unfortunately. But you guys might be. That might be coming up. So check out MSBLUE for engagement rings, but also, like I said, lab diamonds. I didn't say gemstones. I like gold. So the pieces I'm wearing now are in a gold tone, but you don't have to get the gold tone. You can get, they have everything. And like I said, everything from everyday, kind of like elevated jewelry to gemstones and beautiful engagement rings. Here's what I have my eye on. I right now really have my eye on this rose flower stud earrings. I want to go back and get those. I wonder if I can use my own discount code. I probably can, right? I want the rose flower stud earrings. Those are like $2.99 and then 15% off with my discount. I'm showing you them in gold because I like gold. Look at these tennis bracelets. I actually don't have a tennis bracelet. I love bracelets. And you guys know I always wear my Apple Watch. But on this, I would love like a little sparkly tennis bracelet. And they have all different kinds and all different kinds of beautiful jewelry. So I encourage you to look at MSBLUE. You'll be so happy. Whatever your jewelry needs are, from just, everyday beautiful stuff to much more expensive looks, you can still get 15% off with my code NFPB15 at MSBLUE. I'm really enjoying mine, so I hope you will too, and I wanted to pass the savings along because they were kind enough to send it out in PR. This is not sponsored. They just sent it out in PR, and I am thrilled to talk about it because this jewelry is adorable. All right, on with our regularly scheduled program. Thank you, MSBLUE. Okay, coming at you very fresh faced here, just some skincare, literally nothing else on my skin. And we have such a nice mix here of kind of high-end to very high-end to independent and even a little bit of drugstore. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with Too Faced here. This is it's a tiny little thing, isn't it? I didn't think it'd be this little. This is the Born This Way Super Coverage Brighten and Correct Concealer. I got the shade Warm Peach, but there are 6 shades. Now, the reason I suspect that it is this tiny is this is supposed to be a super coverage concealer, and it's $17. So the price, it's not a mini, this is what it is. But the price reflects the small amount of size, and I think you've got to use very little of it. The reason I'm attracted to it is that it is going to brighten, correct, and conceal in one step. That appeals to me because I'm the type of person who will, I've told you guys this many times, use a color corrector as a concealer. This one's a little bit dark. Not bad. See how it's got some apricot to it? So let's give it a try. Here's what worries me. What worries me is that it's supposed to be kind of like very thick. I'm scared it's going to be just like the Tarte. I don't know. I'm a little worried about this. Okay, let's see. Got my Chantecaille foundation brush here. Let's see what we think. Did I go too dark? It's got that peach color that color correctors have. And I'm using it all around the eye, and then we'll compare. I have genetically, this isn't even age, I can't even blame this on age, lots of deep, dark, sunken eyes, especially when I'm tired, which I always am. I call that the deep pits of despair, and they have their own sound effect. Okay, that wasn't too bad in terms of thickness. I thought it would be cakey and thick, like Pat McGrath or like some of the other stuff out there that I don't enjoy. What do you think? This one has it. I use my Chantecaille brush as a pointer. This one doesn't. Do you see a difference? I do. I think it could be better though. Maybe I'm just really tired. I think it could do more. Let me try actually putting on a little more. I was afraid to use too much of it, okay? So let me put on a little more, and let me put it around like the redness, because we're not going to wear a foundation in this video. So I'm going to put a little more of this on. Look, it really looks too dark when it's on my skin, doesn't it? But it does blend in. So let's see. I mean, you got to really blend or I'm going to look apricot-y. Now, I will say, I'm going rogue, okay? If you want to be a purist here, you could get me on this and you would be correct. And that is that this is not supposed to function as the only thing that you wear. What Too Faced really wants you to do with this, let me just be honest with you, is they want this on in the order I'm using it. So they want this as your first step. But then they really want you to go in with a foundation and your regular concealer over this, okay? I'm just using it this way because I just want to test the product. But the fact that, if you can see, other than my hair's being ridiculous, sorry, there's like a peachy shade right here. We're just going to wear it as is just to see how we like the performance of it. But normally I would be, if I were following directions and being a good girl, I would have foundation over this and concealer. So it's kind of for a full face. And that's why you're probably seeing some peach marks. Okay. This would not be, definitely not be what I like to do, where I like to wear like the Kosas or the Caloray color corrector as a concealer. I can tell you right now, no, because it is leaving streaks on my face of peach, but it is color correcting, so it would make a very nice canvas over the top. And in fact, we're doing a little bit of a disservice. Stay there. I gotta get a foundation to put over the top of this because I'm doing this product a disservice, so just stay there for just a moment. Okay, I'm back with the Clinique. This is the new Clinique Calm Balm. The reason I brought this back is I really just wanted to test this on its own, but this cannot be worn on its own. And I'm not doing a good review of it if I wear it on its own. So let me just put over the correct color foundation over it. I have done a review of this product already, so we're not looking at this foundation. If you want, I can post this at the end of this video. But let me see if I cover up the orangeness of this, because again, this is supposed to be used under all product. So let me just quickly just kind of slap on an actual foundation and see if it kind of hides it, and then see what we think. I I don't have a current new Too Faced foundation, and I don't want to use an old one. I wanted to use a new foundation, and this isn't about the foundation so much as it is about this as a color corrector under foundation. Yeah, now that's a lot better. Now we don't have apricot or orange. Now what do you think? Does that give it a bit of a more of a fair shake? And I didn't even put this Clinique product on heavily. I just wanted to see if I would disguise that apricot, and I do believe it did. Okay, so that is actually doing a nice job. It would still need some concealer. I'm not going to go crazy with that. I just wanted to see if I could cover those kind of apricot streaks. It's interesting. Because I would still need concealer, I don't know what the point of this is, to be honest with you, so I'm going to give my thoughts on it already. I can see the darkness there. I would still need concealer. So this is just seems to be, it doesn't seem to be too thick, but it does seem to be an unnecessary added step. I can tell you that already. All right, let's move on. It does spread well, and it is nice on the skin, but I still need concealer. So what's the point? Less concealer, maybe? It's an extra step. It's only 17 bucks, but you don't need to spend it, I don't think. Just letting you know. All right, Anastasia Beverly Hills has their new Kiss Therapy. This is a glossy shine lip balm. It's $18. There's a ton of shades, 23 shades. I got the ginger line shade. It's a hybrid gel lip balm. I was worried. I didn't review this for a while because I was worried it would be like the Rare Beauty. So Rare Beauty has a new one like this that frankly I think is an absolute mess. You wind it up, it's already melting all over the place. I cannot say enough about how much I dislike it. I assumed this would be the same. It is a roll up, but not too far because it doesn't roll back down. Let's see if this is a mess. Interesting. Okay. So this is as glossy as the Rare Beauty, but it's not as messy. The Rare Beauty was like flowing over the top, and it wasn't hot in my house or anything. So this is, if you tried the Rare Beauty in store and found it to be sloppy and messy, which I did, I love Rare Beauty, but I hate that product. This is like a good version of that product. Does that make sense? That's very pretty. And I'll wear that. I'm quite pleased with it. The Rare, I give it dirty looks from across the room. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on to Versed. I don't cover a lot of drugstore products, but sometimes they're sent to me, and if they're interesting, we'll look at them. Why not? This Versed product is called the Everything Balm. I think this is a great way to get into that like kind of sunburnt under, tint blush bronzer trend. So this is the shade Elan, but it comes in 4 shades. It is a blush bronzer, and because, let me just show, let me give it a little darker there. Because it's a balm, it's like a cream product, this could even go on lips. We're wearing our ABH on our lips, so we don't need that. But it could be blush, bronzer, cheeks, lips, forehead. So this is going to be everything all in one, and we're going to use it with the multitasking brush. So this is a drugstore Target product, but it's $15.99. I mean, this Too Faced is $17, so we're all in the same price range there. How much is the Anastasia? The Anastasia is $18. So wow, we're staying in the drugstore or not, we're staying with it. That is one of the shades. So this should be, I'm going to coat the brush. This is a brush from Versed, also $14.99 brush. Let me go in carefully. Okay, so I'm going to do, whoa, I shouldn't have coated the whole thing. Let me spread it out there. Okay, so I'm just kind of giving myself some color. This is a nice brush. It's a synthetic brush. I mean, I don't think you need it, but it's nice. And I'm going to go under here. Kind of blend it in like a balm. And I used a lot of it, but it's nice. Okay, interesting. What do you guys think? So it's a balm. It goes all over. I can really see it here, but I went a little crazy with it. And you could go under here. It's very nice. So it's a good way to get in on that trend that we were talking about with the Rosehippity product. Underneath, that was a powder. This is a balm, but it's still, and I have it over the Clinique balm. It's a nice way to get in on it for a little bit less money. Don't need the brush though. I mean, it's a nice brush, but you can pick this up at Target when you're there for other things. Again, it's Versed Everything Balm. It's only $15.99. Nice little treat. Okay, that's cute. Let's see. Nars has a new product out, the Sparkling Seduction Liquid Eyeshadow. I have Damage Control, which is kind of a golden shade, and Living Doll, which is kind of a bronze shade, but they have 5 shades. They're all metallic, and they're $28. Let's look at the Damage Control, which is the gold shade. Running out of room here. Oh, that's pretty. See how reflective that is? And then Living Doll is the bronze shade. We'll do them both on one eye. These are all metallic. Here's Living Doll. Ooh, I like it. They're a little bit drier. What I mean by that is they don't go everywhere. So they're going to be easier to control on the eye. So you see Living Doll, that bronze shade, and then the golden shade. Pretty, huh? Okay, let's put them on one eye because I have a What's Up Beauty eye thing. So they kind of go. So you could leave it kind of wet looking like that. But I think I'm going to take this Rephr brush and kind of spread it out. That's pretty. Okay, let's get the bronze on there. I'll tell you why I like this. I think liquid eyeshadow gets away from you really quickly. What do I mean by that? Sometimes I use these terms and you guys are like, what is that? What do you mean? I mean that it like goes crazy and all over the face so easily because it's so wet. You could use a finger for this, by the way. I'm just using a brush. But this is kind of a drier, wet formula. What I mean by that is it's not getting away. It's kind of staying where I put it. It's not just like going everywhere because it's a liquid. So that's nice. It's pretty. I have experimented with this before I filmed. It doesn't seem like it's creasing ever. It's pretty. It's really pretty, actually. Not a bad product if you like liquid eyeshadow. Do I like liquid eyeshadow? No, but it's, I mean, it has a nice cooling feeling. It's very pretty. It's very kind of disco night out. I would like this for the holidays. I'm surprised these are all metallic. I'm surprised that Nars didn't release them for the holidays. I mean, holiday releases are coming up. It's almost August, I gotta be honest with you, but I'm just saying. And now we have also What's Up Beauty. What's Up Beauty is one of my favorite. They're based here in Arizona, and they are a beautiful independent brand, known a lot of times for their nail polishes, but they do a lot of beautiful things. This is the Eye and Cheek palette. It's called the Flirtique Eye and Cheek palette. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to take some of the cheek and put it here. Ooh, that's a nice, that packs a punch. That's pretty. Ooh, what a nice powder. They make everything in Italy, even though they're an American brand, and they're not pretty. I know I'm a little overdone here. And then for the eye shades, let's go ahead and put them on this eye. Again, I got my Rephr brushes. Let's see how this works. They make beautiful, really editorial eyeshadow palettes. This is just like a cute, I would so use this for travel. Look at how pretty that is. The blush packs a punch. The blush, it's only one shade that this little palette is in, but that would be flattering on so many different skin tones. And then if we also take this is a number 14 Rephr, just to add a little sparkle to the eye. It's not overdone. It's not overly dramatic. And it's really pretty. So kudos to What's Up Beauty. This is $28. Very affordable by today's standards. And they also have this brand new Rosehippity Setting and Refreshing Spray. Let's see how this is. Now, you know me with setting sprays. I don't know the price of this yet. What's Up Beauty probably told me, and I'm so sorry that I don't know, because this is coming soon to their site. Might even be on the site already by the time I publish this video. But let's take a look. I always flinch when I put this on, so do not take it as anything against the product. The less I flinch, the better it is. We'll have to have like a flinch-o-meter or something. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, very refreshing. Very cooling and nice. Ooh, that's nice. Has a kind of a nice scent to it. Not a perfumey scent, but just a nice, bearable. That's not. What's Up Beauty always impresses me. Their products are really low ego, if that makes sense. They don't brag, but they make a really nice product. I mean, look at that eye. And look at the power of those cheek shades. Really pretty stuff. How impressive. Okay, so we have the What's Up Beauty. I recommend everything by them, and you're supporting a American, made here, beautiful independent brand. Love that. Versed Beauty. Versed is a great way to get in on trends for a little bit more affordable when you're at Target or whatever. Throw it in. Nars, nothing wrong with these. They're good for a sparkly metallic liquid eyeshadow. I'm not attracted to liquid eyeshadows for the holidays. I would do this golden eye at a party, but I would never reach for it other than that. Just being honest. ABH, this is a good little product. Only 18 bucks. 23 different shades. It's wearing really nice. It's like a nicer interpretation of the Rare Beauty one. And this Too Faced, if you like Too Faced and you really got a lot to correct and you want to do a color corrector under a full foundation with a concealer still over it, but you still feel it adds to it, it's worth trying. I mean, it's not expensive and it's really pleasant and easy to use. I just don't see that it's really doing anything, you know? Thank you to MSBLUE for providing jewelry. They didn't sponsor it, but they provided jewelry for the video and for my life because I'm going to wear these pieces this weekend. So thank you to them as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Talk to me down below about your thoughts on these products and other new products. I've got a slew of new products coming in August. Fall and holidays really like peeking at me from around the corner. I'm very nervous about that. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, come over and visit me on Instagram. I'm over on Facebook and Threads and of course on TikTok. And we have right here on YouTube a membership group that meets every Friday and do lives. And I lead those lives and I'm happy to see you guys there. Plus, tell me anything you want in comments. Make sure you are subscribed so I can help you decipher all of these new releases that are coming out. And thank you for joining me today. See you all in the next video. Thank you, MSBLUE. Bye-bye.